Hello, and in this video we'll be learning how to get input from Unity. So the first thing you want to do is head over to your package manager. So window package manager. This basically shows you all of the assets that you have and you can import into your project. So I'm going to change. So by default it should be packages in project, but you're going to change it to packages Unity registry. And once it's loaded, once all of this is loaded, I'm going to just search in input and I'm going to click install. Then if it works, it should ask you to restart Unity, and once you restart Unity you should be ready to go. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is head over to Visual Studio, and here's a little mini challenge for you. Should checking for input be called in the beginning of the game or once every frame? Let's see if you can figure this out. Alright, welcome back. Well, for those of you who thought it was a start, well, no, it's update, because we want to check for input every single frame. Input every frame. And now what I'm going to do is I want to check, have I pressed a certain button? Right? So we're going to use an if statement for that. Right? And you may be wondering, what is an if statement and how does it work? Well, what happens is, in between these parentheses, you pass in a condition. And based on that condition, the condition will always return a boolean, and a boolean is basically just true or false, right? So in the condition could be like, what if 1 is less than 2, and this is going to return a boolean because it's saying if 1 is less than 2, right? If it's saying if 1 is lesser than 2, then execute the code in here. And this will always return true because, well, 1 is less than 2. Alright, so let's get into the actual input checking. So what do I want to do? I want to check if we press a button. Well, oh my god, stop. If we press a button, right? And depending on what button we press, we can execute different code. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say if keyboard. And you're probably wondering, why is it giving me an error? Because what you have to do is you have to use Unity's input system. So I'll click on this I'll click on this error, hit option enter, and it just show you an option called using Unity engine input system. Now this basically allows your code to access all of the methods that the input system has to offer. So I'm going to say if keyboard dot current dot, and I'm just going to go for W key dot was pressed this frame. And this will return a boolean depending on, well, was it pressed this frame or not. So I'm just going to go ahead here and say print. And print is basically just debug.log, but in one word. So print, we pressed W. And now if I just save this, head over into Unity and hit play. Head over into my console and hit W. We press W, and that is how you get input in Unity. And your challenge is, I want you to get the same thing working, but for instead of W key, I want you to do it for the S key. And let me know if you were able to do that or not, and I'll see you in the next video.